What I said about my heater in my last video when I was out winter camping might have been wrong. So now I want to do some troubleshooting and try and find out. We bought the heater at Lofo Performance in Germany. Lofo Performance the guy behind that, Manu is his name. He's a friend of our friends down in Germany, and he has a workshop where he does custom builds both for off-road vehicles and overlanding vehicles and all kinds of stuff. I have linked to his webpage and also his YouTube channel in the description below, so you can check out who he is and what he does. We bought the heater there, and after my last video, our friend Sebo wrote to him the heater can't get up to 15 degrees. And he answered, I really can't believe that. And they wrote back and forth, and Manu gave Sebo a link with some troubleshooting, and Sebo sent that link to me. Okay, so now I set it for maximum heat and we'll let it run for at least 30 minutes. It has now been running for about 35 actually, and you can hear the diesel pump down here. And I'm going to count if it's 90 per minute. It is 90 clicks per minute. So, okay. Let's see what the temperature says. This one, it says right about 80 degrees, and the air intake, it's just about 10 degrees. That couldn't be better. I put it there and it says the same, just about 80 degrees. So there's no restriction there. So far so good. We have built this box around it. So now I'm going to test and put on the lid of that box and see if the temperature where the air intake is gets too hot. And I've closed my door. The air gets out here, and then it might go around like this and end up there. If it just flows around in a circle and comes right back into the heater, that could be a problem. Now, as we're sitting here waiting for the thermometer to adjust down there in the box, I can read this for you. If the air intake temperature exceeds 27 degrees Celsius, the heater reduces its output to prevent overheating. If we have an issue, I think this could be it. But let's see what it says in just a minute. I'll let it run for a bit. I took this out of the air outlet right now, and it actually got all the way up to 100 degrees. So there is definitely not any restrictions from the heater and out through the air. And the temperature down in the box, I'll just take the lid off. It is 20 degrees down there where the air intake is. I've discovered a little issue with this. The sensor for the heater is not measuring the temperature correctly. It is about 3 degrees Celsius wrong. If it says 18 degrees right now, as it does, this one says 21. When you know that, you can just adjust accordingly. But anyway, the inside of this whole cabin is now up to about 20-21 degrees. And the air intake down in the box is the same. So, as you might have seen on our build video, we made this little net so the heater could get its air. Let me show you. Now I've just given it some more time. It's about now 23 degrees in here. It's 23. Came directly down from the box. I don't think we have an issue here. Okay, I just went out from the inside there. That's just too hot. I'm going to roll down under the car and show you how the exhaust looks, and show you that there are no weird bends. Yeah, as straight as we could make it. The last point on this checklist is the fuel pump. It's that one. The fuel supply T part here. Yeah, so it's positioned in that angle as described in the instruction manual. It is clicking and running in the right speed. So I don't think there's any issues there either. As you can see, I'm right now parked inside our garage tent, and in here it's about 6 degrees now. Not like the other day when I was out in the woods and it was about freezing. In here it's also, there's no wind of course, so it's a little bit warmer and no wind. And we have no issues, I think. So what I conclude from all of this is that it is because this ModCAP family tent is not insulated enough. We insulated the whole truck bed, but you do lose a lot of heat out through the tent part of this Alu-Cab. We could see that the morning when we had gotten snow during the night, and there was new snow all over, and it was right about freezing, the outside temperature, but there was no snow up on that roof. So, and that was during the night when I had closed the roof with the extra layer of fabric that the tent has. And still there was no snow up there. A lot of heat disappears out through the tent. That is my guess. Switching off. Well, that was it. That was the troubleshooting. I look forward to my friends in Germany watching this. Sebo, who sent all of this to me so I could do it, and also Manu from Lofo Performance, who sent this to Sebo. And I hope they will agree with me that there really isn't any issues here, and that it must be because the ModCAP family tent isn't really made for winter conditions in that way. Yeah, I really look forward to the feedback from this. I hope you enjoyed this, found it interesting in some way, and as always, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.